like Ren and Stimpy.
Stimpy!
Watching Cheech and Chong.
Hey, you want to get high?
This is Luke and Lewis, Triple M Modern Digital.
Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital. Welcome to the show, everybody. We've got a big one for you.
A very big show. Well,
got an investigation.
I'm putting one of the most current, topical, biggest celebrities in the world under investigation today on the show. I mean, you often expose businesses, but I'm going to expose a celeb, most likely.
This is brilliant.
I mean, I think I've got enough evidence to back up my expose, but now I'm also doubting myself. We might have to make a few calls.
Yeah, all right. So we'll get on to that later in the show. Also, Luke, you'll be happy to know that the digital ratings came out. Radio ratings came out.
After the last year's ratings, I'm not sure if that's happy news for Triple M Modern
year,
Digital.
We got beaten by a supermarket, turned into a big feud, and we had to go to Fox to prove them, to bring down FM. That's still an ongoing battle, but the new ratings have come in, and I think that we might be pleasantly surprised with how we've done. And also, we went to a movie premiere.
Our very first one. We went to it last night, and we, I guess all the red carpet goss will be coming up in the show.
Yep.
There was no red carpet, actually. It's just black.
Luke and Lewis. Yesterday, we went to our very first movie premiere ever.
It was, all the stars were there, and when I say stars, I mean it was almost
just
nighttime.
In the sky.
Yeah. So
we got invited to the premiere of Blockers, which is a John Cena led comedy movie. We got invited by a social media agency that invited us.
Wasn't it just Universal Pictures?
I got invited by someone who worked for a publicity firm, and she referred to me as an influencer. So I thought, cool, I guess if I'm an influencer, I'm probably on the bottom level of people who get invited to movie premieres. So we're going to go there, and we're going to meet people who are way more famous than us. And we got there. Nah.
I thought I recognised the photographer, but then I just realised he looked like one of my old primary school teachers. So I was like, nah.
Actually, no. There was someone there that was much more famous than us.
Yeah.
There was a kid who used to be on Neighbours.
Oh, that's true. And you
5
said
years
hi.
ago. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's way better than us. We've never been on TV.
No.
I mean, once I got on in the background at the footy,
it
went like a slow-mo shot of Buddy Franklin celebrating, and I was on the fence.
I mean, I haven't even made it to Home and Away. I mean, Neighbours is next level.
Yeah, that's that's the pinnacle of Australian TV.
Yeah.
You know you've made it.
But really,
it's hard to say it with a straight face, isn't it?
we made it to we had such high expectations for this movie premiere, and it just fell flat on like every level.
Not at all. I thought it was quite an experience. Look, yes, there was no red carpet. It was just brown.
Yeah, there wasn't even a red carpet. The only thing that
there was free drinks, but I was driving, so I didn't drink. There was free champagne, but I don't really like champagne.
You know what? Free drinks was such a weird thing to see at a movie cinema.
Yeah, but you know what else was weird, actually, I thought? The weirdest part about the whole thing was there was like a little meet and greet, I guess the premiere part where there was free drinks and stuff going around, people just standing there waiting to go into the movie. My favourite part about the whole thing was they hired a DJ. Did you see the
strange.
DJ?
Yeah.
Hilarious. That guy probably
dancing.
got paid so much money.
Yeah.
And then he was dancing as well. Like he was pumping Rihanna while other people were just sitting around.
Yeah.
waiting.
And really, I asked around a few people of, how did you get tickets to this thing? Because everyone was invited.
Yeah.
Or so I thought. Turns out, I had a look on the internet. They were just given away to just people, to everyone. They got them.
But pretty exclusive.
Which
you have to go on the right site to find that.
Which means I feel like, Luke, this email was sent to a bunch of other influencers.
We got conned
much
into seeing
bigger
a
than
free
us
film.
and smarter than us.
Yes.
And they were all like, no, I'm not going to advertise your movie for free. I think we got duped, mate.
And we're not advertising their movie. I mean, we've said the name a couple of times,
Blockers,
but I'm not...
starring John Cena.
Well, you just done it now. But I'm not going to give it a good review.
No, I mean...
Actually, I quite like the film, but
it was
that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah,
it was very funny. Go see it now, buy a ticket, but that's all I'm going to say about it.
I was expecting all of the lead actors to be there, but only John Cena was there, which was a little bit disappointing. I mean, you couldn't see him.
Yes.
As per his 2005 catchphrase, "You can't see me." He was invisible. It made it very hard to watch the film with the lead actor being not visible, but somehow we pulled through.
Yeah, my final point was to this movie premiere was I kind of was going there thinking it was going to be the ultimate cinema experience. I was like, I'm going to be treated like first class. This is going to be great. I've been to gold class before, but this was free.
I think a key component of ultimate cinema experience is probably seeing something that doesn't star John Cena.
But my point was like, I was like, I'm going to go in, and there's going to be no ads before the film.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to sit there and just watch the movie. It's going to be comfy seats. Not at all. It was a normal cinema. We went in.
Yeah.
Ads for Jurassic Park played, like new films coming out.
Yeah.
So I was got me
There
thinking.
were hundreds of people there. It was like one of the biggest theaters I've ever seen. It
But
was
they
the
just
opposite
were
of
advertising
exclusive.
other films to us before it. It was no different just compared to normally. Like, we got advertised for Hoyt's members rewards program.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait, I'm here for an exclusive premiere. I'm not, why are you advertising to me? And then it got me thinking, when like Mark Hamill and like Harrison Ford and stuff rock up to this big Star Wars premiere in America, do they just see like trailers of like Jurassic Park and stuff? Surely not.
I
At
don't
those
think
big
so.
premieres.
No, I would say they would get a speech from the director talking
Yeah.
about how they made the film, how important it is to them.
We just got some representative from Universal Pictures going, no one film the film, please, or you'll get kicked out, and enjoy it. There's a survey form at the end if you would like to fill out. No one did. Enjoy the film. Thanks for coming.
Was there a survey film?
Yeah,
I
there
was
was a
just
film.
humming the John Cena's theme.
Yeah, you walked out. Everyone else was like, what a film, and we were just like, boo, boo, boo.
So I guess that brings us to the question, Luke. Would we go to another movie premiere?
I'm not going to rush back, but it was a free movie. If it was a movie I wanted to see, yes, because I don't have to pay for it and I'm a cheapskate. So,
I don't
great
think-
for a tight ass, not great for an avid movie fan.
Problem with that, I don't think you can get free tickets to good movies.
No.
Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.
Lewis,
Yes?
something in my life has been happening a lot. Can you explain why everyone's laughing per usual? You two explain. I'm never laughing. Go.
Radio Mike has taken to, instead of normally what happens before the mics go on, he gives us a hand signal,
Yep.
counting down silently from 3, 2, 1. Then he decides to switch it up by saying 3, 2, 1. A couple of months go by, he's now started screaming
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
And-
so every time before the mics go on, he goes 3, 2, 1, and then I'm expected to just come on like that didn't happen.
Well, here's
Look
the
at Lewis
thing.
on Triple M Modern Digital.
I
That's
do.
really hard to do.
I pretend. I pretend like we don't work with someone who is incompetent and screaming behind the panel. And you come in every day and go, someone who's incompetent and screaming behind the panel.
Oh,
And
so
then
you're
it-
blaming me?
Yes.
He's the one screaming
I'm blaming
numbers.
you. No, Mike, keep up the great work. I'm fine with ignoring you.
Can I just say it was actually because
Can he not
there-
say? Can you just scream your
there
explanation?
was a recurring
No, sorry, I
ti-
want you to scream your
there
explanation.
was a recurring
A little bit louder. That's not
there was a
screaming.
recurring time on this show where you
Yes,
two
do
were
not
very
screaming.
unfulfocused.
Yeah.
So I took to screaming
Little
the
bit louder.
countdown so you guys would be ready. My mic is now off.
That doesn't matter. We can hear you. You're screaming.
Should we just go to a song? No, I want to tell you about this thing.
All right. Okay.
All right, Lewis. Okay,
Yes.
let's start the break again. Say,
Okay.
pretend Mike. Okay, no, Mike, you scream 3, 2, 1 again,
Yeah.
and then you don't laugh. Go.
3, 2, 1.
Look at Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.
Hey, Lewis, I got something.
Now we're going to a song. Luke and Lewis.
Are we actually?
Yeah, I give up.
Go to a song. Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital. Sorry. Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.
Great to be back.
Yeah.
Now, there was lots of yelling that happened in the break then,
Yes.
but it's quiet now. Very peaceful. Lewis, what I wanted to tell you about before,
Yeah. Before what?
before you started laughing at Mike yelling,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you knew what I meant.
I did. I just wanted to really relive that moment of classic professional radio, guys.
Great. Lewis, on the way in,
Yeah.
I realized I've had a recurring thing happen to me over the last 3 weeks that I never thought would even happen once.
Okay.
I was driving down I was driving in my car, and the other night I was late at night, and I pulled up behind a car near my house, back near Diamond City, and it was a full drive wearing a backpack.
The car was wearing a backpack.
Yes.
What do you mean?
So I'll show you a picture now. This is one. This is an example here.
Right.
It's a four-wheel drive wearing a backpack. It's the only way you can describe it. So it's cars that have a tire on the back of the car, like a spare tire
but
on the back of the
there's-
car.
I'm just looking at the photo now. That on the back of a tire is a backpack.
Yes, and they
That's so weird.
they drape the backpack over the tire like the tire is the shoulders, how you'd wear a backpack.
Yeah.
And they just essentially. So I saw this 3 weeks ago, right?
Keep it in the boot. Why is it in a backpack?
Well, Lewis,
What's in it?
I saw the first one 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and then didn't think anything of it. I was like, I thought, oh, that's weird. It's a car wearing a backpack. Never seen that before.
Very strange.
Then I saw it a week later. I saw my second one. I
Was it also a 4-wheel drive?
Also four-wheel drive, wearing a similar backpack.
That's incredible.
And I was like
Dora the Explorer? Or...
Yeah. And I messaged my girlfriend. I was like, hey, I just saw a car wearing a backpack. And she's like, I don't care. Stop messaging me at 1 a.m. I'm trying to sleep. And I was like, fair enough. And then I was like, so she didn't care, right?
Yeah.
And then today I was driving in.
No.
I saw this one, a third backpack.
That's insane.
On all 3 different cars. And I'm starting to think, but not all the same car model.
I've never seen that in my life.
I've never seen it either until the last 3 weeks. I've seen 3.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it. And I'm starting to think that the car just comes with a backpack.
Well, maybe it does. But it's on a tyre, though.
It's really hard to explain to people. So it's a spare tyre wearing a backpack. I mean, it's not that hard to explain. It's so weird, though.
No, that doesn't really make sense. I don't know why you...
But look at the photo I'm showing you.
I've just Googled car backpack, and you know what? Surprisingly, nothing comes up.
Yeah. I can't get over it. Here's another thing.
If you didn't have a photo in front, I wouldn't believe you.
Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why you need a backpack on the back of your four-wheel drive. You've got a boot.
A huge boot.
A car backpack is a boot.
Also, most tyres are just kept in the boot too.
Yes.
So is there another tyre in the boot? And on that boot, is there another backpack?
Who knows? These are all good questions you're
These
asking.
mysteries will be left unsolved.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have any theories as to why
Any
3
theories?
cars I've seen have a backpack? I
Go.
can't think of any other. Here's the thing.
I've got a potential theory. Okay.
Go.
Do you have anything?
Other than like it was the first day of school for this car, and I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
Crap theory, mate. All right. This is the answer. Okay. 4-wheel drives, as you know, notoriously big cars.
Yes.
All right. So what if you got out of your car, out of the driver's seat, and you're like, oh, I need to go to the passenger seat. But instead of going around the front of the car, which would be a shorter distance,
Yeah.
you accidentally went around the back, and
Yeah.
it's such a big distance that you got quite hungry. So you go, that's all right. I keep snacks in my car backpack for this exact scenario. You snap, you carb up, and then you go make your way around for the passenger seat.
So you think they're running a 2 backpack system, one on the car, one in their personal life. So a personal and a car backpack.
Yes, just in case they get hungry halfway through going around their car the
Well,
wrong way.
That's a great idea, and tonight I'm going to attach a backpack to my tow bar. I don't have a tyre, but I'm going to make do.
Or you could just reach into the passenger seat.
That's true.
Look at Lewis. Guys, the ratings for digital radio have come out. The first ratings for this year.
Yes.
And are you excited, man?
Oh, I'm always excited to hear them.
So last ratings, Coles Radio was on top. We were being absolutely demolished by a shop, a store, not a radio show. Doesn't have a radio show. We are a radio show. Beaten by a store.
And not only beating us, like pulling our pants down and spanking us.
Yeah.
Like full on destruction in the ratings.
Yeah.
Timesing us by, we were saying tripling. I actually looked. It was like times 8.
Really?
Yeah. It was like that. We weren't even close. Like
That'd be like doing the 100-meter sprints and then like a Bunnings jumps on the track and just defeats Usain Bolt, overlaps him.
like
a
the
store,
franchise.
a
Yeah.
store. But the ratings have come out, Luke, so it's time to have a look and see where we
We've
are.
both got them in front of us. I will admit I've just given them a brief skimming in the songs, and I don't like how Triple M Modern Digital is sitting at this point because it's last. It's last in the country.
Last?
Not even like this isn't out of all the rate. Like this, it's last out of the digital stations. Like and you know what I realized, and I found out this before the show. We're the only live digital show. So we're the only show on the entire digital
And we're last in
landscape.
the ratings.
And
Is
we
this our fault?
Yes. that can't be a coincidence.
Oh, man.
Like, here's the people that we're getting beaten by. So obviously, Coles, they're absolutely destroying it. They came in at the top of most
Yeah,
markets.
but it's not just Coles, all right? There's some pretty good contenders that deserve to be beating us in the ratings. Like,
yeah?
guys, like, like Chemist Warehouse Remix.
Another shop.
We're being beaten by 2 stores.
Like, they're beating us in hand cream and radio.
Fair enough, we don't sell hand cream,
Yeah.
but radio, that's our domain, and we're being... Dude, anything remix Like,
What do they remix?
Pills?
I don't But like another thing, we're getting beaten by a station just called coffee. We're getting beaten by a drink.
Spelled with a K.
Yeah.
It's spelled incorrectly. And it was like, I'd rather listen to coffee spelled incorrectly than Luke and Lewis.
And when I say getting beaten, that coffee are beating us by about times 5.
What else are we getting beaten by? I'm just having a look. I mean, there's so many to choose from.
Kindling Kids?
Yeah.
What, is that a shop?
I don't know.
Google it.
Kindling Kids could be a store. We're also getting, while Luke's looking up whether that is a store,
Kindling Kids.
we're
It
also
sounds like Pumpkin Patch.
we're getting beaten by Rhythmos.
What's that? Is that a gymnastic?
Rhythmos.
Is that a gymnastics
Is that
like
franchise?
franchise?
It's rhythm and atmosphere combined. That's
Like,
I'll give it to. We deserve
I just
that.
googled what Kindling Kids is.
I'm going to Google.
Are you
Rhythmos.
ready?
Yeah.
For what Kindling Kids is? It's a kids radio station run by kids.
We're being beaten by children.
Like, it's literally like the presenters are like 6 years old.
Are they?
Yeah, and they're smashing us because their parents listen and ours don't. Oh man, this is another bad result for Triple M Modern Digital here.
Guys, I just think.
You know, can I just say, sorry, finish off, go.
Well, I was just thinking of potential solutions, but
Quit.
I feel very sad.
Nah, here's what gets me though. Fair enough. I don't really mind getting beaten by all these shops and stuff because I can justify why. Like even the kids one, I can be like, oh yeah, their parents.
What
tune
about
in.
this one, Luke? We're getting beaten by a station called Cool with 3 O's.
Why is that a station?
Why is everything spelled wrong in the digital bandwidth? Is it a requirement? Maybe that's our problem. Triple M Modern Digital, all of those words are spelled correctly. We need to change it. Like
Maybe we should change it to Triple M Modern Digimon.
All right, what were you going to say?
Well, I just think it's bad that we're getting beaten by the 3 other Triple M digital stations.
Yeah.
We're getting absolutely destroyed by Triple M Classic Rock, Triple M Greatest Hits. I mean, surely we could go kicking down some doors here in the building and just be like, hey, who? I don't even know anyone who works at the building here for Triple M Classic Rock.
Well, nobody knows that we work here.
Who are they? I mean, they're doing a better job than us.
Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital, the lowest rating station in the country. Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.
Lewis, Monday night I went to Ed Sheeran. I'm still not sure how to say his name, actually. Every time I say it, I feel like I'm saying it wrong.
Ed Sheeran.
Well, because here's the thing. Either way, I sound like a bogan because if I'm like Ed Sheeran, it sounds like he's shearing sheep.
Yeah.
But if I say Ed Sheeran, it sounds like he's out the
Sheeran
back
is the
playing
football.
footy. Yeah, with the Sheeran.
You're definitely... I've never heard anyone say Sheeran.
Well, I was saying Sheeran, and then someone went, that's not how you say his name. And I was like, oh. And I just assume I'm saying it wrong because everyone else is. Anyway.
Maybe we should ask Ed. I'll get Ed back on the show if you want.
Nah, that's fine. So, yeah, I was at his concert, and he did something on stage that I had a sneaking suspicion that he does every night on stage, but he was pretending a little bit that it was just for us.
I think a lot of musicians do this.
Yeah, and it was a thing where he was like, okay, guys, I've come to... at the back of every show, we have a guy with a decibel meter, and he measures the crowd. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And he's like... Well,
Bring him on stage, Ed.
Yeah. I was
Show
like,
us
why
the
is he out
meter.
the back? Make him a part of the show. Prove it.
You would get a better reading on stage.
Yeah.
Why are you measuring from the back? That's inaccurate. He's probably using that decibel meter incorrectly.
Yes. So, and he's like, and you guys he goes, could be the loudest crowd I've performed to on my tour because this is the first stadium run I've done, which is true. He's been doing arenas in other countries, but he comes to Australia and has started the stadium leg, right? Which is, and he goes, Adelaide and Perth were great, but Melbourne could top it. And then... So he goes, during this song, you guys are going to top it. So everyone goes nuts. It was super loud.
Yeah.
And then at the very end of the song, he goes, I've just got... Here's the thing. He didn't even pause for effect. He didn't even go out the back. He was like, I've just got word from out the back that you guys are indeed thinger. And I was looking at him on the screen. He didn't have he had earplugs in, but that's not... He didn't
No,
have
that's
like a
to protect
walkie-talkie.
his hearing. That's to hear less.
Yeah.
Not to talk to the guy
I know.
backstage with the decibel
I'm like,
meter.
you don't have a direct line to decibel guy.
Also, if you did, that's a very unnecessary part of the show to demand a constant link with one guy with the meter.
Yes.
Be like, I need a real-time feed with me and a guy
Yes.
with a meter.
But also, there was a little part of me that went, because he didn't kind of make a huge deal of it.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, wouldn't it be interesting to see if you guys could be louder than last night's Melbourne show? He's like, they were pretty loud, but he's like, I could be loud. You guys could be louder.
And he said that you were
But he
louder.
didn't say, the thing is, he didn't say, the thing that got me was, he goes, Friday's show was the loudest,
Yeah.
which means Saturday and Sunday failed.
Right.
And then we could be louder than Fridays. Apparently Friday was the one to beat, which is
Okay.
why I assumed he would have been like, last night, guys, you're
Yeah.
going to beat that. But he was like, Friday's the one to beat. So I thought,
That's an interesting thing to say.
Yeah.
He could be trying to throw you, or he actually did
well,
have a gun.
I know people who went to Saturday and Sunday shows.
Hmm.
So I think we give them a call after the break. And I want to ask them,
Yep.
did Ed say you were the loudest crowd of the tour? Because to us, he said Friday.
Guys, I'm pretty sure that Ed Sheeran might have an ABN number, and if it turns out he was lying, I'm going to expose Ed Sheeran.
That's coming up next.
Luke and Lewis. We are potentially exposing Ed Sheeran for lying to his audiences in Australia tonight.
So, yes, I just came back from his Australian tour. I went to his show on Monday night, and he made a big call on stage that said he had a guy with a decibel reader backstage that was reading the how loud the crowd is of every show, and he said, hey, Melbourne, you could be louder than Adelaide and Perth. He goes, let's hope, because Adelaide and Perth were the loudest shows of the tour so far. Hopefully Melbourne could be, and I had a little suspicion that perhaps he just might say this every night to get the crowd pumped up.
Yeah, and I've just got a decibel meter on my computer here.
Yeah.
And the way you use it is that you need to be close to the sound. So
Well, he wasn't, we're not saying out the back, because it's an arena, they cut off like a third of the arena, so he actually would have still been in the arena, the decibel
Okay,
guy.
so there is potential.
There is
that it
potential.
true.
So
Okay.
there is a small chance that he was, but then I kind of lost a little bit of faith when he was like, oh, I've just got word. So he finished the song. He's like, be really loud during this song, guys.
Yep.
This is how we measure it. And then after the song, he's like, I just got word back from the guy. Turns out you guys are the loudest crowd. And everyone's like, woo, we're the best.
Suspicious. Yeah, because
And I was like, okay, you might do this every night.
Yeah, because we're both performers, and I think I see music all the time, and that's something that every single international artist and local artist does.
Yeah.
And I've made a point of not doing that. Like, I don't tell people that you guys were the best show. I only tell one city.
I
and
do
it's
it.
the truth.
I'm like, I'll go to Sydney and be like, it's so great to be here. And I'll go to Brisbane, I'll be like, wow, so great to be here. And then I'll go to Perth and I'll be like, all right, guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I
so-
appreciate you coming out. It's not great to be here.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it's always good to be here, but if the show is the best, I will tell one audience, and then I will only repeat it if
Yeah.
another show actually.
I'm not going to
tops them.
lie to my audience. I'm not Ed.
Because people do fact check. Last year, I told Brisbane was my best show, and then I had a whole bunch of people commenting on my Melbourne show, thank yous, asking, did he say that you guys were the best show as well? And then all
people
these
from
other
Melbourne
people
went,
said no.
No.
So, work harder, Melbourne.
Yeah. So I thought I wanted to test this. I know someone else who has gone to Ed Sheeran's concert on another date this weekend.
Right.
His name's Dean. A mate of mine went on the Sunday night, the night before us. The thing is, Ed said to us, Friday night was the night to beat.
Right.
He's like, Friday night, Melbourne has been the loudest show in Adelaide and Perth before that. But Saturday and Sunday mustn't have topped it.
Okay,
'Cause he
so
did two more shows.
if
and
Dean says that Ed told them they were the best,
then
then
Ed's
it was
lying.
a big fib and there was no decibel reading.
But if Dean goes, nah, Ed told us we were second best of Friday, which is pretty unlikely.
a little bit rude to tell a bunch of people who have given you
But
about $1 million.
Respect for not lying.
Yeah, that's very real.
Let's put the number in now, shall we? Give him a call.
Hello.
Dean, how are we?
Good, thanks,
It
Lucy.
is
How are you?
Luke and Lewis here. Lewis
you
is
going,
with
mate?
me.
Hey, boys, how are you?
I know you went to Ed Sheeran on Sunday night. That's correct.
Yes, that is correct.
Firstly, how was it?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Yep, as Ed was. It was
But,
great.
how were you, Dean? Like, as a member of the audience? Were you a good
Yeah.
audience member?
I was the audience member, yep. I was up the front.
Yeah, that's what we're calling about, actually.
So the reason
Yeah.
why we called you is, was there a point on the Sunday night show where Ed, it was pretty early in the night, between a song, Ed started talking about that he had a decibel reader behind the stage.
No, I didn't hear
Did
that.
he bring that up? And he did a competition with the crowd if you could beat the night before?
No.
So, wait, he didn't say this?
No, he didn't. No.
Well, this
Why
is a
would you?
dead end, isn't it?
Well, I guess Ed
Well,
Sheeran
'cause-
is telling the truth then.
Well, because I just assumed he did this thing with us, right, Dean, where he was like, hey, guys, I've got a guy with a decibel reader at the back. Let's do a big test. You guys will cheer as loud as you can and do a test to see if you guys are the loudest show on my Australian tour. And I was like, oh, he does this every night. Like, surely, and then just says, oh, yeah, you guys are louder than the last night.
Maybe Friday
what he
was
said
so
to you guys?
loud.
Yeah, he told us we were the loudest show yet. And then I wanted to check to see if he did this at other shows. But he didn't.
God.
Maybe Friday was so loud he had a headache for a couple days.
And he didn't do it.
Possibly,
That could be it. Do you know anybody else that went to any other
Well,
shows?
we need
Luke?
to. I want to check with someone on Friday now.
Yeah,
Dean,
but
do you
hang
know
on.
anyone who went on Friday?
Yeah, Mum went Friday night. Let me go ask.
Yeah, guys, put Mary on.
Hey, Mark,
You can.
you went to Ed Sheeran Friday, didn't you? Did Ed Sheeran stop the show and ask?
Wait, can you just put Mary on?
We'll just
Hang on,
speak
yeah,
to her,
hang
Dean.
on.
We can do it for you.
Hang on.
Hi.
Hey, Mary, it's Luke. I'm here with my friend Lewis.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
We're just calling Dean about. So you went to Ed Sheeran on Friday,
I sure was.
and did he do a thing where he said he had a decibel counter behind the stage, and he got the crowd to cheer to see if you guys were louder than the previous night's crowd?
I think so.
And did he say that you guys were the loudest?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So he did do it on Friday, and he did
Yeah,
it
that
the
was
night I
Friday.
went.
So were you louder than us?
Yeah, he told us we were louder, but that's why we're calling you.
Well,
I
this-
just don't
this
believe
doesn't-
him.
This doesn't solve the mystery because, Luke, he said Friday was the
Yeah.
loudest. We've got Mary who was there on Friday.
Can confirm that they
So
were the loudest.
That
So we were
part-
the loudest.
That part could be true. So we need to speak to someone who was there when on
to your show tonight. Well, thank you very much, Mary. I'm glad.
That's all right.
It's good to have confirmation. I guess the Ed investigation continues.
Good luck.
Thanks very much, Mary. See you back.
Disappointed, boys.
Yeah, so I think that proved nothing, and we need to speak to someone who's going to see a show after me.
Yeah, well, we've got Clifford on Friday night.
All right, we're going to have
You're
to
gonna have to
investigate.
pencil
Oh, wait, so is Jared Clifford going in Sydney?
Yeah, he's going to Sydney Friday night.
Well, let's give Jared Clifford a call. He's another friend of mine.
Brilliant.
All right, great.
Thanks,
Alrighty.
Thanks
mate.
very much, Dean.
No worries. Yeah,
Thanks for
boys.
joining us.
See ya.
Before the break, we were investigating whether or not Ed said one thing every single night. And I was like, oh, because he said a thing where he's like, oh, guys, I've got a decibel meter and we're going to test how loud you guys are compared to last night's crowd. And I was like, I'm pretty sure he does this every night.
Well, I think most artists say this.
Yes.
Like, you guys were way better than the last show. Everyone says it. So we did investigate it.
And then before the break, we called my friend Dean. He went on Sunday, and then we spoke to his mum, who went on Friday. And what we were missing was the Saturday night show.
Yes.
And I can confirm from someone just now, I have word, someone who went to the Saturday night, a friend of mine, Georgia, said,
Ooh.
can confirm he did do the decibel meter thing, and he did say we were louder.
Ed
Then Friday
Sheeran
night.
confirmed fibber.
Fib alert. What a liar. I couldn't believe it. I liked him. I mean, I still do, but I can't believe that, Ed.
That's-
I paid $100 for you to lie to my face. Show me some respect. Show me and the other 50,000 people there a little bit more respect.
Well,
next
now I
time
want to
we
go
tour.
even deeper and find out who actually was the loudest. I think it'd just be very hard to
Mate,
tell.
I don't think he has a decibel reader. I don't think there's any way to know.
The lies continue.
Now, so I was at the concert, right? And it was nearing to the end, and he was like, hey guys, this is my last song. You guys have been great, Melbourne. I love coming out here, blah, blah, blah. Played his last song, and I don't even know what this, it wasn't one of his bigger hits. Kind of played the song and went, hey guys, you've been great. And then walked off the stage.
Right.
And no kidding.
Had
So everyone else
finished
was
all of his-
obviously-
had he done all
Well,
of his hits, though?
Well, no. So he still hasn't played Shape of You. His biggest
see?
song at the moment.
Classic.
Right? So I'm like, you still haven't played your biggest song.
There's an encore coming.
Everyone's waiting for an encore. No one's moving. And the couple next to me just go, I hear the wife go to the husband, all right, great. That was great, wasn't it? And then they just left.
No.
They left, dude, before the encore. And I was like, and I was going to be like, hey, no, he's going to play his best song.
But what if he didn't?
But he was.
But you knew. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, of course
If
he's gonna play his
They
best
leave
song.
their hit song for last. They
Yes.
always do that. There's always an encore.
Yeah. And I was going to tell them, but I was like, no, you deserve this. The fact that you've they were like 50.
Yeah.
Like you've gone through
That's
50
too
years
old to not know that.
to not know what an encore is.
That's like, dude, that's like leaving during the credits of a Marvel movie.
yeah.
You just don't. There's an after credit scene, man, and it's going to be great.
I couldn't believe it. And they would have got halfway out, and then they would have heard cheering, and they would have been like, Idiots. People think he's going to
Yeah,
come back on.
because the thing is the arena's so big.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even have made it all the way out. So they probably just would have
did
seen
watch it.
but from a horrible angle.
I mean, he did take a while to come back on stage. They probably almost could have left in the time. And I assume they just beat the traffic, and good on him. I mean, they missed one of the best moments of the show.
You can hear it on radio every 3 minutes.
Anyway, guys, but that's the end of our show.
Yeah, that's
right
it.
now, we're not coming back. I mean, look, it's only 8:45.
Usually,
7:45.
there is a world famous rap that happens at the end of all shows.
But no, that's the end.
That's the end.
We
guys.
don't want to
But
end on our
I'm
best
just
stuff.
Gonna
I'm going to head out.
see you later, Mike.
All right, Mike, that's the end of the show, man.
All right, I'll stay here, guys.
Why are you staying here? The show's over.
The show's over, man. We're not coming back on.
Okay, I'll head out then. All right, I guess I'll just go to an ad here, and we'll be back after this. Well, no, we won't. All right, this is Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.